Hey, this is Frank over at Max Digital, and I want to shoot you over this quick video with some specific things that you guys can do in-house to help bring in more business by better utilizing both your website and your Google Business Profile. So I have your site up here, and I'm not sure why this is coming up here, this 404 error. I can't seem to get rid of it for somehow, but anyway, when I looked online, I had done a search for HVAC Hartford CT, and I can see you showing up here on the advertising section of the Google results page. So that's great. This is a great area to be in. You want to take up as much real estate on this first page of the results as possible, because 90% of the people will never click over to page 2. So just skipping past the advertising section, then this is what's known as the Google Map Pack, and it consists of only 3 or 4 businesses. And it's those businesses with the strongest Google Business Profile. So if you don't already have a Google Business Profile set up, I recommend setting one up. And there's 2 things that you can do to strengthen that profile and get yourself into this section here. And first is make sure the profile is set up, is filled out completely with all the different fields that Google asks for, including business description, name, address, hours of operation, services provided, and so forth. You'll also want to upload pictures periodically. On a weekly basis is ideal, as well as getting customer reviews and responding to those reviews timely. That will help to get you into this section. But then the other thing is Google wants to see who the prominent businesses are in this area and for this niche when they're deciding who to put into this space here for this search term. So the way to become prominent is to have your business listed in as many online directories as possible. These are known as citations, and there's thousands of them out there, and many of them are free to enter your business information into. It just takes time to go out onto each of those sites and actually enter that information. So I'm talking about sites like Yelp.com, Angie's List, HomeAdvisor.com, Nextdoor.com. There's literally thousands of them. So the more directories that you're in, the more Google will see you, and the more they will place emphasis on your business in this section. So then the third and final section of the results page is known as the organic listings. And once you get past these online directories that I mentioned, you get to start seeing individual websites here. So you can see Glasco Inc. is the #1 Hartford HVAC site in Hartford. So how do you get ranked into this section? Well, Google ranks based on the strength of your content and your backlink profile. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video here. So I looked over, like I said, over at your site, and I was able to scroll through here and see that you guys have a lot of content, which is great. You actually exceed the amount of words that Google is looking for them to consider you an authoritative site or an expert in your niche. So that's great. The site looks very professional once we can figure out what this thing is and how to get rid of it. But the second thing about content that is vitally important is that you have it be dense with local buyer intent keywords. So local buyer intent keywords are the keyword phrases that you want your business to be found for. So since you provide a service, you want your customers will be Googling both the service they're looking for and the location that they're looking for that service in. So that's really what you want your keywords to be. So I use a tool called Ahrefs to help me analyze these analytics of certain sites. And I can see here that you're currently ranking for 770 keywords, which is a lot of keywords. But when you click into them, you can see that the highest ranking ones that you have are not the local buyer intent keywords. So this tells me the position where in the organic listing that you're falling for each of these search terms. So obviously you're searching high, or your position is high for when somebody searches for your actual name. But what you're wanting to do if you want to grow your business in the Hartford area is have it rank high for search terms that don't include your business name for when customers are just searching for the service in the area that they're in. So I can see when I scroll down, none of these are local buyer intent keywords because they don't reference the city. I did notice that here you go. You are ranking in the 11th position for plumber in Glastonbury, Connecticut. I guess you were 9th, and now it's moved down to the 11th section. Now these aren't 100% up to date because this is not a Google analytics tool, so it can be a little bit outdated, but it's somewhat close. Heating and cooling companies, Hartford, also ranking number 11. So you have some in there, but when I looked at it, it looked like you could make those search terms more prominent in your content, so that Google would pick it up more and see it as relevant content to what's being searched. When I looked at your competitor site, which was the Glasco HVAC, they are only ranking for this particular URL, which is what was on the Google page here. You can see when I clicked into this, see it's not just their home page, it's a back page, Hartford HVAC Heating and Cooling, that's actually ranking. So that's the site that you're going to need to beat, and which is going to be pretty easy to do because they don't have much going on here. You can see they're only ranking for 10 organic keywords, and those keywords are exactly those local buyer intent keywords that I was referring to. So they looked at all the different ways that somebody might search for an HVAC company in Hartford, and that's what they built into their content. And as a result, you can see here they're ranking in the 4th and 5th position for the Hartford area. So the second thing that I wanted to talk about was backlinks, because the backlink profile kind of works hand in hand with the content in determining your organic ranking. And so you can see here that you have 490 backlinks coming from 118 referring domains. Now, backlinks are just links from other companies' websites or other websites over to your website, and they provide legitimacy in Google's eyes because they act as an endorsement of your site. So Google likes to see that because Google's a popularity contest, and so you want to have more backlinks than your competitor has. Now, beating them in quantity is one thing, but you also need to pay attention to quality. Quality backlinks are links that are from stronger sites or sites that Google trusts. And every site is scored so that you can see and know who is trusted by Google and who is not. So you want a site that has a DR score that is at least a 30 or 40. A 30 or 40 website is a good website. So you you have more backlinks than this back page of Glasgow's site. They have no backlinks, but you can see they're getting DR power from their root domain. Their Glasgow HVAC.com is providing power to them in conjunction with the fact that they have those local buyer intent keywords. So again, this should not be difficult to beat this page because you have backlinks. Problem is your backlinks might not be the best quality backlinks, which is why your DR score is not so high. So I would concentrate on getting good backlinks, and that should definitely, and doing that in conjunction with building those local buyer intent keywords will definitely help your organic ranking. But very important to get, if you're trying to grow in this area, to get on the home page as much as possible. You're getting clicks right now from your paid advertisement, but you're going to get 30 or 40% of the traffic by being in this section. So getting your Google business profile optimized and having your business located throughout the web will definitely help. And we talked about the organics, so how much you need to do there. So hopefully that was helpful. If you need any assistance with anything that was mentioned in this video, I'm certainly willing to help. Otherwise, you can feel free to take the ideas that are presented here and implement them yourselves. Have a great day. I just asked for one line of feedback if you could respond to my email. Thank you.